Well, I'm going to call this finished, not because it is, but because I'm actually getting to the point where I'm just sort of playing with the painting and fussing with it a little bit. And I know that when I mentally get in that frame of mind, I will tend to be um, counterproductive rather than making good, strong decisions. This painting doesn't have to go anywhere for a while. I kind of think this is. I have a what do they call it? Not a show. Well, okay, I guess it's a show. They call it a spotlight um, on Vancouver Island. I think next April it is. I don't know. But I need to amass a bit of a collection of paintings. I don't have a collection of paintings at home really. So I'm going to save this one, and that affords me the opportunity to just live with it for a while. So it's going to come upstairs with me and live for a while. During that time, I have months to look at it and say, okay, I think I'd like to do this, or I think I'd like to change that. I'll do that. But for the time being, I'm just getting kind of a little frustrated because my decisions aren't very solid. So far they've been good. The painting is coming out well. I'm very happy with it, but there's still a couple of possibilities that I can, improve it. Anyway, I'm liking it. I added a little more. I raised the values, the chromas as well, actually, in this corner. Use the same colors here as I have here. No cadmiums though, just yellow ochre from my yellow. I'm not going to zoom in on it and go through the colors right now because I've done that, I think, quite thoroughly through this painting. If I've missed an area, let me know in the comments and I'll fill you in as to what's there. This tendril of sky here, this bit of cloud leaving the mothership, I like the idea, but it was kind of a loner. It was kind of all by itself earlier. I raised the clouds here a little bit to make this bit of blue a little bit narrower. I may still put a fleck of the lighter colors in here to close that a bit. I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Raise the value on these rocks a little bit as well. It was still, to me, a fairly heavy shape, this triangle cutting in. So I wanted to lighten the load a little bit, and that's why I raised the value on the bushes and the chrome on the bushes and the value on these rocks. I had very strong shapes here. I was planning on bringing down quite a bit of light down here, or allowing it to stay light, and then going darker on the corners. I decided against it. I had a shape here I wasn't too happy with. It just didn't look quite right. Happy with it now. This line opposes this line, etc., etc. I very much tend to, in a painting like this, what is this? What's this mass take up? Almost a third of the painting. So I consider it to be very important. And that leads me to the tendency to go, oh, maybe I'll put in a few details here and there. Maybe a few more cracks, And that's not always a good idea. I may still put in a couple of darker spots, but it won't be much. The area can be equally interesting, but also more subtle if you don't necessarily have more line in there, not too much more drama, just because really the function of the foreground is to support everything else. For the most part, the painting lies here. I could cut the painting off here, and it would be just fine. But if I can make it even more interesting by giving it more space to stand on, I think that I mentioned earlier, this has become, from initially sort of a sandy shoreline, it's become a shelf of rock that you can stand on. I like the direction. I like that we managed to get some directional stuff going on in here. Kind of points up, kind of opposes, it opposes this line of the shoreline dropping off to the left, and it kind of points up and then ends up paralleling the lines in the water. Works for me. I'm so confident in it that it's going to turn out well. I did put my signature on it. So if I'm feeling that way about it, that, in my opinion at least, it does not need much, if anything. Those decisions will be made at another time. I'm going to take this one off the easel. I have a 36 by 36 wraparound canvas that I might start. I also have a couple of 30-30s as well that I might work on, or I might pick one of them. To, I don't know. I haven't decided what my next subject matter is going to be, but anyway, so far so good. Let's call it finished between quotation marks because there likely will be just a few strokes on the painting. I know what I could do now. It probably would improve it, but I want to come at it with I don't want to come at it with the attitude of, oh, this will probably help. I want to come at it with the attitude of, this is definitely going to make a good change, a change for the better. So that's sometimes what I'll do. I'll just leave it alone for the time being. And there's nothing better to help you make those decisions than actually living with it in real time, in your living room, where you spend your time. Okay, that's it for the moment. Some coughing for an epilogue. This is driving me nuts. I hate seeing people's faces so up close there. That's better. I really wanted to show the painting up close, which is why I kind of zoomed in like that. So I just gonna come up with an idea over the next little bit. Like I said, I have zero plan for the next painting. I have a lot of reference material. I have a lot of thoughts. It's not a matter of, gee, I have no idea what to do. It's a matter of, gee, I'm not sure what idea I want to use next. Okay, see you next time.